Don't take innocent life. Yeah. Native Deen coming at you. Welcome to all the people out there on the world. Naeem on the keyboard, controlling the things. Are the people out there?
All right. This says that we're online all over the place. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram live right now. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Abdul-Malik, if you can do us a great favor of just like looking after our friends over in the Instagram world, and we'll keep it going. How's everybody doing this morning? Okay, we got people checking in already. Just so you know, I got Abbas giving salams right in the middle there. Abbas gave salams. Who else is there? Yusuf from Facebook. Hi. Got Ali from Saudi Arabia. Ahlan wa sahlan. Thema.
Saudi.
Tales of faith and love.
Mecca saying, how are you guys doing this morning?
From Georgetown. Whoa. Oh my goodness. This is an old friend of mine from Georgetown. Tasneem, Jennifer from Georgetown. All right. Assalamu alaikum.
All right. A lot of people checking in. Mecca's checking in. Mustafa's checking in saying, good people. Appreciate that. We got Atia Shahzad checking in. So good to see you guys. Back, miss you guys. You're in Mr. Nasheed's. Got Joe Boz giving salams. Got someone else named Combo giving salams. We got people checking in. We got a lot on Facebook right now, and they're still piling in. We got people on the YouTube channel, on Native Deen's YouTube channel, and we got them on the DeenTV YouTube channel checking in.
Let them come in. Let them come in. Welcome. Take a seat. Get your cup of hot chocolate latte, some tea, some it's a fancy drink you have, Naeem.
You can have like a cappuccino, you can have a macchiato, you can have a cortado.
Macchiato, that's
a Gibraltar.
Let's go with the macchiato.
All right, cool.
Macchiato, have a seat. Let's do this. We got. We got some people clapping. How did that happen?
That's just some of our sound effects we got over here.
Okay.
You got Naima saying salams to letting people know that she's Muslim. Thank you for tuning in, Naima.
MashaAllah.
All right. So what are we doing today?
We got Ramadan is here. I am near. Naeem's the man of the year. Abdul-Malik sheds no tear when he gets. That's we got a lot of stuff going. We're gonna talk to him about it. The ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the pros, the cons of these music videos and these songs. A little behind the scenes. And get to it. But first, I hope everybody voted, and congratulations. I think they're saying that the election is, pretty much over. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
It's been called, but is it over? That's the question. That's the question. It's been stressful. Have y'all been up like watching at night and stuff like that? Been like trying to see what's happening, or are you just like, I did my part, I'm done?
Exactly. I did my part. I voted early, and then I was like, I'm done. I encouraged other people to vote. I ain't gonna stress over it.
Okay. What about you, Abdul-Malik? What did you?
I tried not to check like CNN and other websites every 2 minutes. I think I got down to every 3-4 hours. I kept it at a good normal. You know what I mean? And then after a while, you check it every once in a while, and it doesn't change. So then you're like, whatever, dude.
I was on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter the whole time, just like juggling, seeing what was happening, reading all the memes. I was like, I did have to cut off. I would go to bed late. I just want to see what I think ever since we were kids, and I remember one time we were at camp, and I fell asleep, and the camp had like a riot, and I fell asleep through the whole thing. So now I have an issue of like FOMO, fear of missing out. So I didn't want to be asleep when they declare this thing or something crazy pops off, and I'm just like, what? What do you mean? They in the streets? So I had to kind of stay connected, at least for me.
When the revolution comes.
The revolution will not be televised.
There you go.
Oh man. All right, so just go ahead.
No, just listen.
And you still got more people checking in. Just a couple more. I just mentioned some of the names. We got Mecca checking in and saying, "Are there more challenges coming?" I don't know what they mean by challenges. Maybe they mean challenges or what's happening. Giovanni is one. Joe Biden one. Okay, cool. People, I think there's gonna be a lot of challenges. Someone else, Thelma said, "We beat the orange monster. He's gone by the grace and will, no true reality." That's not me making up. That's what people saying. Naima's laughing at that. Other people's giving us salams. Mustafa saying salams. Long time no see, brothers. Asad Khan, assalamu alaikum. What do you want to make? What do you make of the elections? I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say on that, Joshua or Abdul-Malik? Salams from Abdurrahman.
The struggle continues. And somebody asked, "Are there going to be any more challenges?" I hope people don't think that the struggle's over.
Right.
There's still people dying in the streets. There's still a Black Lives Matter movement. There's still a Me Too movement. There's still people dying all the way around the world. There's wars that are still going on that America's involved in, that American citizens have long forgotten. There's still local politicians that people don't really vote for, don't care about. So we it's not time to drop a guard. You should look at this as a like a warm up to being more politically active and get more engaged in our society.
I agree.
Yeah.
Somebody is asking you on Instagram about your push-up challenge. How's that going, Josh? I'm just curious.
I'm a report in tomorrow. To be honest, I went backwards. I ain't gonna lie. I started out strong, and then I went cold for like almost a month. I think I could do less push-ups than I started when I went in that parking lot. But then about a week ago, I got back in, and I'm doing some after every prayer, doing some pull-ups. I just did some about 15 minutes ago. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see that? Look at that.
Yeah, that looks definitely
it's coming.
Awesome. So let's get into what we're doing today, and I agree with you. Struggle continues. The work never ends. And no matter who's in office, we still have to play our part. We have to play our role. So no matter it may be different. We'll see. Inshallah. But let's go ahead and get into this. Right now, we're for people who don't know. Oh, Sean's on. Oh, Sean saying Sean Thwaites giving shout out saying my brothers. Hey, what's going on, Sean?
Let me just say officially that y'all backgrounds look so cool. I mean, Abdul-Malik looks like he's running his own podcast. Abdul-Malik looks like he's an upgraded Mr. Rogers with a library in the background and everything. I look like I'm in quarantine, So yeah, y'all got it going on.
I mean, I do like live streams all the time, so I keep it looking like a pottery barn. So just that's a part of the live stream. You got to have a good background for people to be like, So I mean, plus I got product placement. I got my brother's book here. I got my daughter's artwork here. That's a lot of purposefully placed things up there. But the purpose of today, though, we're supposed to be talking about the albums. Like we said, when we do the Native Deen, like everyone's on, we're meant to do reviews of past albums, and we're going back because this year we're celebrating 20 years of Native Deen, so we're going back. And this week we're looking at The Remedy, the third album from Native Deen. For those who don't remember. What do you remember about recording that album, just generally, from either one of you guys?
I remember we did a lot of the album in our own studio, as opposed to standalone. We went to a studio in 8121, Studio 8121. Okay, not existent. So I think, and then we also used. I think this is the first time where we, as our own, we chose a producer as opposed to a producer chosen for us. So I think that was and we had what's his name, Brother Anas, do a lot of the mixing and stuff.
Oh, awesome. What about you, Josh? What do you remember about the album in particular?
The Remedy?
Yeah.
I think I don't remember much anyway, Naeem. But
the person saying "I Am Not Afraid to Stand Alone" is the best song. Next month we'll be talking about that album, "Not Afraid to Stand Alone." But there's some great songs on the Remedy. Anything, John? You remember any of that time? I mean, we filmed it.
I remember that video. I remember that video. I do remember a lot about that video. It was really cool being out in the middle of DC. I think we were out there till like 2 a.m. or something, and we were able to do a whole dance routine in the street. Barbershop right around the corner. It was just really
I remember
cool.
that. Yeah, you got that crazy barbershop cut with the line. You remember that? Like it was like you drew it in. Yep, I remember a lot. I mean, it was a lot of great memories for that one. One of the things I just remember, I can tell you, one of the memories I have, because we're gonna go ahead and jump into the "I Am Near" as the first song that we'll play. We'll play a little bit of "I Am Near" video for you guys. What I remember about "I Am Near" is when we first started, Abdul-Malik came with the beat and he played it for us, and we were like working with it in David's basement, right? And with Todd on the drums, and he was playing it, and it was like, when they ask about me, still does it, I am near. And then we were like, and then Todd just kept on saying, that sounds like something else. Don't it sound like something else to you? And I was like, no, man, this is great. And then I started singing it more and more, and I was like, wait. That's a John Legend song. It was like, I used to love you. So then I just remember being so deflated because we were like, this song is gonna be so hot. And then we just were like, got into a little like deflated bubble, just sitting around. The energy just went low, and we were lost. And then I remember after a while asking Todd to play the beat again. And then I sang it a little differently, and the Duma was like, wait a minute. And he jumped on, and then we kind of like saved the song to be used. And it was just like, oh, it was,
Was I there?
Yeah, we were all there. Yeah, this documentary we're going to do.
I feel like I need to carry you around. I need to carry a little container around with Naeem in it, just like a genie, and rub it and have Naeem come out and tell me like, what happened yesterday.
But someone else says "I Am Near" is the best. It was one of the best you made ever. Somebody else checking in from Turkey. Other big fans. Ibrahim, big fan. Someone else is still "I'm Not Afraid to Stand Alone" always. So let's go ahead and get into "I Am Near." All right, let's play "I Am Near" and let's reminisce from back in the day.
Naeem, John wants you in the conference room.
Oh man, this must be about that race.
Yeah, well, it's in there.
Naeem, how's it going?
Good. I was looking forward to seeing you today.
Yeah, me too. Wanted to bring you in here today in order to kind of comply with corporate is mandating some downsizing.
Okay.
And with that, unfortunately, I hate to do this, but we're going to have to let you go. Right? Your exit papers. I'll need you out today, and we'll have to go from there.
Just after all these, just like that.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really sorry to do this. I had no choice.
Meet Stitch Fix. Here's how to look good in 4 easy steps. First, complete your style profile. You'll get.
Oh man, you get heads.
Gotta love.
Someone's asking, did I get? Yeah, I got fired. Epically.
My servants, I am there. I've no doubts about me. And no, I hear your prayer. Take one step towards me.
Allahumma, you're the king of all kings, created all things, and on you we all depend. Allahumma, please forgive me my sins, my heart to be cleansed, my soul purified. Ameen. Allahumma, please protect me from desires that lead to the fire. It's you who provide. Allahumma, help the Muslims in the world, give them joy, give them love, every boy, every girl. Ameen. Allahumma, now this prayer I made, just for you I pray, cause indeed you say.
My servants I admire, have no doubts about me. And know I hear your prayer. Take one step towards me, and I'll come running to you. Just like
Allahumma, let my people understand me. Got my neighbors, co-workers, the human family. Ameen. Allahumma, let my people up in Palestine who be dying and oppressed all the time. Ameen. Allahumma, give the folks in my community unity and help our youth to succeed. Ameen. Allahumma, bless my mother and father, my sisters and brothers, my wife and my daughter. Ameen. Allahumma, bless this group, Native Deen, help us stay on the path. Siratul Mustaqim. Ameen. Allahumma, now this prayer I made, just to you I pray, cause indeed you say.
my servants I admire, have no doubts about me. And know I hear your prayer. Take one step towards me, and I'll come running to you. Just have faith and believe.
All right. Assalamu alaikum. Had to bring it back. That video goes on forever, but had to bring it back. Thank you guys. There was a lot of comments on this thing, on all the things. I don't know if you saw some of the comments picked up, and then I saw there was a lot of laughs you guys had.
Let me tell you about my laugh.
What's your laugh about, Josh?
Abdul-Malik and I ran into a guy that works on videos and everything, and so he had a good eye, and he critiqued something that we had never noticed before. And he said, when you got off your motorcycle, who did you give your helmet to? Because he just hands it off screen and somebody takes it. Oh, man. So that was funny.
Hold this. Grab this one.
So did that jog some of your memory, Josh, of the album? Any other good memories from that song? I mean, the meaning, or let's go more a little more in the video, and then let's talk about some of the song meaning too. And people watching, like, they're just saying, they said the Islamic Jet Li. That's what Mustafa said here. We had like a good friend Patricia Mary, who's always gets on, who said it was like a touching story, very entertaining to watch the video. Other people asked, "Did you really get fired and you had to sell the house?" I remember the guy who was acting as my son, who looks like he's like my same age. I remember we explained to him, and the guy's like, "You lost all the money?" When we explained in the concept, like, we lose the house, he said, "You messed up all the money." That's people's reality. That's some people's reality, man. I mean, especially we going through this thing with COVID. There are people who are finding it that way. So yeah, that was the concept was, I got fired from my job. We had to sell our house and move to the city, and my son gets caught up in the life in the streets, and starts disobeying me, and he's like upset with me and stuff like that. Inshallah, my real son Zane, who's on the side playing video games, that this is a foretelling. He's a really good boy and all that kind of good stuff. So, but yeah, it was good times. What about you, Abdul? What about some of those stunts? And I had to make sure we got to see the stunts.
Oh man. Yeah, that music video was very interesting. It had a lot of ups and downs. I think when we shot it, we thought we could fit it all into a 4-minute music video. I don't know what we were thinking. Like this. And then when we had all the footage, we were like, there is absolutely no way we can fit it. So then we did that fight scene with the motorcycle and all that kind of stuff. And everybody comes up to me and is like, "Man, I've been looking for another brother who likes to ride." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh.
He's like, "Yeah, man, I saw you on the motorbike." I was like, nah, that was another brother. What was the brother's name though? I can't remember.
That was.
I remember when I see him, but I don't remember.
That was
his name.
Rashid. That was Rashid.
Rashid. There you go. Yes.
Yeah.
He brought his bike, and it was awesome.
Even that's a story in itself, is that, like, if again, you guys don't remember nothing, but then in itself, Rashid's wife came to be an extra at the end of the show. We didn't get to see the end of the video. She came to be an extra, but he turned out to be like one of the central characters in the video at the end. It was crazy. He was the stunt driver. He drove the motorcycle. And it was dangerous because he had to. Other things I will say that we were not filming is like how you film. Like, you film, it would have been slow and taking their time. They would have ran down the street slowly to get cut off, but they would take off. And I remember Rashid had to try to pass them on the motorcycle and cut them off. Was like, yo, this is dangerous.
It was crazy.
But yeah, so alhamdulillah, things just came together. It was exciting. I had a good time.
And if they want to know who Rashid is, they need to watch it towards the end when he's in prison and the guy that breaks up the fight. That's Rashid. That was the guy who rode a bike.
Yeah.
Doesn't he bring him to try to get him closer to Islam, or is that another brother? That's him, the same guy.
No,
yes,
I remember. I haven't watched it.
You need to watch the music video. It's you should watch the music video. I haven't seen it in
so long, man.
But alhamdulillah, what about the message behind it? Not just the video. The video is just, I think it has a lot to do with redemption. If you see the rest of it, you get to see like the son who redeems himself. He makes something better of himself and that kind of thing like that. And watch the whole. But what about the song in general? About the messaging in the song when you were writing this, Abdul-Malik?
The chorus actually is based on a Quranic ayah. وَإِذَا سَأَلَ أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيب. When my servants ask about me, tell them that I am near. And then there's another hadith that says, if you take one step towards me, I will walk like arm's length. And if you take an arm length, I'll walk this much. Like Allah's always fathoms, and he always is trying to if you reach out to him, he's going to reach out to you that much more. So I think that was the basis of those two, the ayah in the Baqarah and then that hadith. That is, I think, a hadith Qudsi. I'm not sure. Correct me, scholars inside the
chats.
Inside the chat.
Imams that hang out in the chats.
That's
what
right.
Did you just post? Naeem, you just posted. Somebody said they didn't understand anything.
They say I don't understand anything now. But I'm having a good time or something like that. Let me see if I can make it bigger. I can try to make it bigger so you can see that.
They mean they don't understand us right now or the song?
Yeah. What is it? Is it who did that? Is Ali? I think that's Ali Ahmad. Ali, you can't understand. Can you guys who are tuning in? Can you understand us? Somebody else said something. Nothing light. Can you sing "I Am Near"? We just played "I Am Near." You could just do the when they ask about me, my servants I am near. Have no doubts about me. And oh, I hear your prayer. Take one step towards me, and I'll come running to you. Just have faith and believe. And know I'll listen to you. Go, Abdul-Malik. Allahumma.
The universe. I don't remember any of the words.
I mean,
that's another thing that I was laughing at when somebody put in Instagram, like, I memorized the whole song. I was like, mashallah, because we be on stage roughing it.
Yeah, I don't know if we might have performed that one live like twice. But that's a great. I enjoyed it.
You know this song. This song and other songs, they sound really good if you listen to them on YouTube and you speed them up. You ever done that?
And the chipmunk,
like put them on like 2 times. It's like it's like wow, okay, it's a different vibe. You guys should try that.
All right, so let's get into the next song. Next song I want to talk about is one that was written by Joshua Salem. It was a remix to when we I remember some of the other ones we hear normally is like Ya Taiba, Ya Taiba, strict darling. Tell us about that, Joshua.
You know, I made a friend with an older Arab brother a long time ago when I used to perform by myself. His name was Abdul-Malik out of Michigan.
He got a name, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. He remembers somebody. You got to give him up for that.
Thank you. Hey, I ain't got no problem with that. I appreciate
got the sound effect.
And so there was a few times where I was performing at the same thing he was performing at, and I was always like rapping, and he was always singing. But once there was a song that he would always do, which was Ya Taiba, and you know, sometimes when I don't pay attention, things just start absorbing in me, and I started putting my little, piece on it, and I told him about it. He was like, yeah, go ahead and try. So I felt like I had the Abdul-Malik approval. And so I got
this person's approval too. You see that there? They're saying they like the slow version and the Brother Joshua Salam version.
Hey. So yeah, normally I speed things up. Normally that's my thing. In fact, I try to speed up all of Naeem and Abdul-Malik songs too, and they'd be like, no, that's not how I wrote it. But I'm like the speed up guy that's like speed it up and see how it sounds. So I was like, Ya Taiba, Ya Taiba, and then the lyrics just came. I'm living in America now. Got that from American style.
All right, cool. So,
and I think Naeem made a joke, and I want to give you a credit for your joke, Naeem. You said it always sounded like I was saying something else, like Elmer Fudd or something like that at the beginning. So you remember that?
Yeah. I remember that.
You said I said I'm living in
America now. Got that Muslim American style. Yeah, alhamdulillah. You gotta have fun with it.
My memory is different. I just remember different things.
No, that's good, and that's why they have 3 of us on. I mean, I remember figuring some things like that. That Medina to Munawwara, boom, that like coming together and doing that part and doing those like, if you call them movements or those change ups and different things like that. It was like really, I felt I had a good time doing that one. I had a good time doing that one with you. And I remember calling my friend Ahmad Shahata because the our Arabic isn't the greatest, so calling him up to make sure he could hear what we were saying, to make sure it was phonetically and everything was said correctly and all that kind of stuff like that. So shout out to Ahmad Shahata, But let's go ahead and play it, and then let's talk a little bit more about the meaning and maybe some more memories. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Ya Taiba, for those who don't know.
I'm living in America now, got that Muslim American style. But my heart is with the city of the prophet, getting to Medina somehow. Will I make it? I really don't know. I made my nia to go. It's in my plan, if it's in the plan of Allah, then He will make it so. Ya Taiba, Ya Taiba, Ya Dawala, Ya Nashtikna wal hawana. Messenger of Allah, send peace and blessings on them now. At least once in my life, I'm gonna get to Medina somehow. When I make it, I'm gonna pray close. Thank Allah for the prophet that He chose. For the book of guidance, when I recite it, that love in my heart grows. Ya Taiba, Ya Taiba, Ya Dawala, Ya Nashtikna lek, wal hawana. That the day's gonna come, Mecca and Medina I'll be looking upon. It's the place where I really feel safe, so I raise to the blessings, I wanna get some. Stack them up till they reach to the sky, holding tears cause I don't wanna cry. So many years I've been trying to get here, and I ain't gonna stop, it's a must that I try. This city of Medina is blessed, emanating light all the way to the west. You know we do what He did and we say what He said, cause you know that His way is the best. Focusing on His life is the key, learning all about His qualities. He was honest, loving, showed compassion, and that's how I wanna be. Ya Taiba, Ya Taiba, Ya Dawala, Ya Nashtikna lek, wal hawana dana. Ya Taiba, Ya Taiba.
All right. That was Ya Taiba from Native Deen, Brother Joshua Salam. A lot of people joining in. Someone said it was glitching a little bit. It's probably like a little, the internet isn't as fast as I want it to be sometime. And like the person said, that someone wrote, Omega Wu, wow, wrote, this was so inspiring. I remember the story with a man who saved money from his performances to go for Hajj. From your video, and yes, that was the story behind that. And that brother actually, the true story. Just a couple of shout out to Ali Baluch, who filmed that
Ali
video.
Baluch,
one of our like young friends, like in the times of working with Native Deen. I remember he was just like this kid who used to just hang out with Islamic Relief and film. And we got him to come with us on tour and do some of our behind the scenes footage, and then eventually gave him some money to come up with an idea, because he was this young, exciting filmmaker, to do this video. And he came up with this concept and found a gentleman who did this. And actually that brother actually did. He eventually saved his money, and eventually he moved to Dubai, I believe, in the area, got to do Umrah, Hajj, all those type of things. So little true story behind that, and a little behind the scenes behind that. Amazing. Any more thoughts on Ya Taiba?
Two things that I want to share with the people. One, lyrically, the lyrics in English started from getting a translation of what was actually being said in Arabic. So that was the focus on it, of especially the second verse on what was the second verse? Something about, the prophet and the city of Medina. But anyway, so I remember that we were looking at the translation, and I started writing lyrics from that, and then just built it around, an American context. 2 is, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Y'all may not be happy, but we got canceled from a show because of this music video. Some people.
I didn't know that.
I remember, and I know why.
Yeah, it was a community. Not gonna say who, not gonna say where, but they didn't like.
Put them on blast.
The fact
Put that
was,
community on blast now. So no.
No. But not only was there men doing breakdancing, but apparently there was a woman doing breakdancing somewhere in the video, and they really didn't like that, and so we didn't even know what they were talking about. They were like, "You guys got women dancing in your videos," and I looked at Abdul-Malik. I was like, "We do?" Like, I'm imagining like a backup dancer or something. Like, I don't think that's our video. But they were talking about after we investigated and asked questions, they were talking about this video. But alhamdulillah, so that was kind of interesting.
I've even seen this video played on other networks where they cut out that part and then played the rest of the video. Yeah, I've seen that. Or for Shabab, when they had their channel, I remember watching it over there and was like, "This video looks different." Oh man, yeah.
And it was fun doing those dance moves in Abdul-Malik's. And another thing is that part of that was filmed.
Oh yeah,
martial arts studio.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
So
yeah,
when we were practicing our dance moves with the brother there, that was in Abdul-Malik's studio, and it was fun just trying to do those things. He was amazing. I mean, I can't do that stuff. So it was fun.
It was a good time. It was a really good, memorable time doing that video. We started half an hour, so we got like half an hour more. We're gonna do this until 1:30. You guys have until 1:30 because we started late, or what's your time like?
Yani.
Actually, I'll try to stay till 1:30.
Okay. Let's get into a couple more other songs. If I'm going down the list, there's a month that comes every year that's really exciting, and I remember Joshua was definitely a proponent of this song at the time, if he remembers. I don't know if you remember, Joshua, that you feeling that the Muslims needed. Again, we're going from Joshua Salam remixes the jams, like knowing that there's so many Ramadan songs that were like, "Welcome Ramadan, Ramadan," and then Native Deen comes in and tell me your feelings on that, Joshua. The whole background behind needing a Ramadan song.
Well, we actually used to do a Ramadan song from Mina Raps days or something like that, that one might have fallen into the category that you just said. It was just like Ramadan is here, the blessed month of the year. It was more like I don't know, more what do you call it? Mary Had a Little Lamb. What are those things called?
Nursery rhyme.
It was more nursery rhymish. Although tangent, when we did it with that brother, the Nightingale, the tall Moroccan brother from overseas, and he took it to another level. That was amazing. But this one, yes, he was cool. But this one I think was definitely more upbeat. Ramadan is here. Don't. It had like a reggae type of beat to it, and I will say this was one song where I didn't like the producer's mix as much as Abdul-Malik's original mix. So
Really?
Abdul-Malik made a beat first, and I wrote to that beat, and then it got tweaked a little bit, and my verses got put on there, but I didn't like my verses.
I'm happy
as
he
much.
did. Oh no, they're talking about writing it. I thought they were talking about the tweak. But keep going.
I didn't like my verses on the new version of the beat as much as I liked it on Abdul-Malik's beat, and I wish the world could hear how I was flowing on the original beat, like Ramadan vibrations, more donations, dinner invitations.
Is that something you got on your hard drives, Abdul-Malik, somewhere in the, if you dug deep, if you had not now for the show, but if you dug deep and you were like for the documentary type of stuff, I don't know. For me personally, I remember Anis coming back with that and was like, because like you said, I remember the song was hype in the beginning, but he was like, this new one is just gonna be like, it's gonna be like too hype. I don't know if y'all ready for this. And I was like so ready because Joshua said, I think people, I know definitely we take a different a view of the month is a very serious month, is a very you're trying to get your life right month, but at the same time it is exciting when it's here. You're excited that it's happening. You're out all night at the mosque with friends and family praying. There's so many iftars you're invited to if you're blessed. I mean, some people living in by themselves somewhere, but there's such a good chance for a good time that to just be just like you said, Ramadan is here, but the Ramadan is here, that kind of energy, I always love that. I always love that. Anything before we play the video, Abdul-Malik? Anything else you want to say on that?
I remember the music video, but we'll talk about the music video after. Play the video, and then we can talk about the video.
And the last thing, too, guys, remember, this is all on the Remedy. You can get this on Spotify. You can get this on Apple Music. You can search them out on YouTube. All these things help out. Please continue to support the band. Support us through sharing our music with friends and family. Play it at your Eid events. Play it at your weekends. What are you doing with COVID? Enjoy, and inshallah, soon enough. We're in the process of working on new material. So, all right, let's go hear it. Ramadan's here.
Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here.
Though they decided to move, it's Ramadan. Now I got a plan before it's come and gone. Getting close to Allah, spend a lot of time. See the condition of my heart like a sonogram. Everybody knows we got to fast, but does everybody know how the time is passed? Is it sleeping all day and the night's a blast, and forgetting the reward of the month is past? I know you gonna wake up right, drinking water, maybe being pie, praying at sunrise, fasting the day, keeping that Deen tight, breaking fast with some dates, thought we are at night. Alright. It's a blessed month, doesn't mean that it's hard that you can't have fun, but strive in your heart for your Lord the one, and be blessed by Allah when the month is done.
Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here.
Yeah, come on. Yo. 4 minutes left, mom bust in the door like, get yourself up, you about to miss sahur. Turkey bacon on the plate, but I'm beefing. I'm upstairs sleeping while they down here eating. Scenes like this, it makes me reminisce what it meant growing up with Ramadan as a kid. My homies buying up the corner store. Now latest quarter waters. We break it 8, but it's 3:45. They got jokes like, oh yeah, he's fasting. Something about blessings, heaven everlasting. Asking like your feds up on me. Like, dude, let me ask you for real. Is you hungry? I hunger for the day when the sins on my slate be as empty as the food on my plate. And if you got jokes, man, here's a taste. Take a little fastest breath to the face.
Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here.
Ramadan vibrations, more donations, dinner invitations, many supplications. Good behavior means better reputations. Don't start nothing, no provocations. No fighting, no argumentation. From the fitna and the drama, take a vacation. Mosque is packed with a huge congregation. Some just come as an annual visitation. Some just come for the hum of the recitation. Memorization of revelation. Less temptation and more contemplation. Getting ready for the Eid celebration. Shake a lot of hands, giving salutations. Salam alaikums, peace upon the nation. The world is one, forget the segregation. Another Ramadan, congratulations.
Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here.
It's here, time for Ramadan. It's here, time for Ramadan. Let's go, it's time for Ramadan. Let's go, it's time for Ramadan. It's here, it's time for Ramadan. Time to fast.
All right, that was Ramadan is here from Native Deen, back in the house, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited about that. I gotta give some applause to ourselves. I have so many memories now as I'm watching these videos, and that happens.
Exactly, same here.
Things that happen with this video, with this song in general. What were you say you had something you wanted to share about the video, Abdul-Malik?
Oh, well, okay, the song I remember that I remember when you came up with your verse, right? And it was like, for me, it was because I was kind of having like this happy vibe for the track, and then you came in with like, take a little fasting breath to the face. I'm like, whoa, and then but that was great though. I mean, that's the beauty of Native Deen. You know, we all have our different angles, and when we bring it all together, it makes like a complete picture. You know, and looking back on it now, it's like, you know, sometimes we can't always be so like, you know, not uptight about, you know, about how we want to. About no, I mean myself, me. I'm talking about me.
I remember
you know,
that.
like,
I remember Abdul-Malik and me were trying to talk Naeem out of that verse.
No, let me tell you, like, first off, my theory when it comes to us working together with music and stuff like that, and especially this one, like, if Abdul-Malik and Joshua are going right, I'm going left. I got it, and that's the way it is when you got like if you think about the great, like, especially hip hop groups and stuff like that, everybody's verse had to be like, I gotta outdo those other dudes, you know, or I gotta come when. And they were finished. That's the other thing too. These guys, they were done with their verses. They were waiting for me, and I was moving. I was in the process of moving. I think about to move to Virginia, and I'm packing up a box. I had this little dinky mic that I have still for this day, that I just sat up on like the fireplace of the house, and I just did my verse. And my verse, like he said, it was like, it wasn't the happy, like, yeah, Ramadan is a good time. Let's have some Ramadan good time. I was like, I was remembering what it was when I was a kid, like, with Ramadan. Like, your non-Muslim friends are eating, and people, or I'm sleeping when my mom woke everybody else up for suhoor, and all this kind of, those memories. And I think it just gave it just like a rounder, like, shape. Like, you have all these varying different aspects. You got Abdul-Malik kind of talking about the purpose of it. You have I'm talking about like my young experience of it, and Joshua was talking about like the community experience of it, of like, you know, because he was like working at the masjid at the time. Ramadan vibrations, more donations, dinner invitations. One come to the masjid for the hum. You know, all that stuff was just like where we were at the time, which is, I think it adds a lot. And the last thing I'll say, and I'm gonna be quiet, because the one sister, Omega Wow, she said earlier today about Ramadan is here. She said with COVID, because of COVID, and I'll see if I can find it. With COVID, it was difficult to get my toddler nieces into the Ramadan spirit, so we play Ramadan is here to get them excited. And I think that's the great thing. I think just even for the community, I know so many people tell me when Ramadan comes, that night or when it's about to hit, they put this on, and it just gets the family excited about the month to come.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually it's a good segue when somebody else jumps in and says,
oh yeah, well, you know, okay, the music video.
No, I disagree. No, they don't get ready for it. They like just turn that off. Ramadan. It's no time for that. but go ahead. Go ahead.
What was I gonna say? The music video was done by our good friend Dawood Hawa. And okay, go.
Okay, there's a lag.
Josh?
I'm sorry, but yeah, I was gonna say two things. Yeah, I like the. I remember I really liked the cool thing that was happening with the video screen, that it was bringing in different pictures and things like that.
Right.
And then I also like looking at this video, and I think the community likes looking at this video because it places there were so many people in that music video that they can see themselves from like 8 years ago or 6 years ago, and I'm like, oh man, that's me when I was like 12 or whatever. I think that
Abdul-Malik, you're like whole in-laws, all of them in that video. Like even your father-in-law's in that video. That's like,
really? I don't even remember. I gotta look at it again, man. I haven't seen it in a while.
People that grown up, like they're like old, married with kids, probably was in that video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man! All right.
And I remember it was a long day, and you know, because we had to do several takes, and then sometimes dealing with kids. Right? And some of the kids were like, oh no, not again. Ramadan is here. You can kind of see it in some of the, but that's it. That's the music video.
Awesome. Wow, you got somebody from Crimea on here. Whoa, dude. people tune in all over the world. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. Just so you know, again, as you're tuning in to our weekly live stream. Once a week, you'll get to see at least one of us from Native Deen checking in with you guys, sharing stories, sharing the work, sharing what's on our mind. But one of those weekends a month, we have the whole band together. That we said for now we're gonna reminisce on these older songs, these older albums, and stuff like that. I think we need to split these into like two parts. Like we are cutting through a lot of songs. There's a lot more that we could share. I want to share at least two more, and out of order than I was thinking about it, or at least one more, and we'll see where we end. I think maybe the next month, we should stay on the remedy, and then when Not Afraid, when we talk about Not Afraid to Stand Alone, that's probably like 3 shows, cause it's a lot of stuff that happened to make that album. Yeah, dude, Naima, definitely take a prayer break. You can check it out when we're done. Thank you for that. I was thinking about playing My Faith, My Voice next. Yeah, I'm going to jump a couple of songs, jump into My Faith, My Voice, because I think like there's a lot to that. And I saw a bunch of people checking in from Algeria, a couple of people from Morocco, and I still remember being in Morocco singing that song, and it was like this old lady in the concert that I don't know if she spoke English or anything, but the one thing I do remember her going, My Faith, My Voice. Abdul-Malik, what can you tell us about the making of My Faith, My Voice, the song and the music video?
Ooh. Oh, man. How much time we got? All right, this is going to take a while.
This might be the last one. I think we like I said, we can do the rest of the songs another time.
There was a sister. Now I'm terrible at names, but I know I can't remember.
Rabia Ahmad.
Rabia. Yeah, man. So she had this campaign, My Faith, My Voice, and she was trying to get people all around the country to submit videos to basically tell people that it was around 9/11, I think, right?
Yep. No, and it was well after that. It was well after that.
It was well after that?
Well after, yeah. But there was a lot of things people were putting at Muslims being a problem.
Right.
World, you know.
So then I was like, well, what if we did a music video, right? And then I had the lyrics, me and my community, we work hard. I think I had that way before My Faith, My Voice. And then when I heard this, I was like, well, let's just merge it, right? And then it kind of all came together.
Awesome. Joshua, this message for you. I'm not going to read it out, but that message is for you right there. Somebody put that up. One thing is I
like the message. Okay.
I have a really good idea for the music video. We can't film it because of COVID, but after COVID, I got a really great idea for a music video for the message that I talked to you guys about before. I would say I'll add about this song. Like, it was a couple of things. Like, the funny thing. Okay, fun fact. We filmed Ramadan is Here partly in the home of a brother who used to live across the street from the masjid, that local DC people would know he owns Eastern Motors. Your job's your credit. Eastern Motors.
Job's your credit.
So, and he also let us, because I don't know, him and Abdul-Malik became friends or something. He also let us film in his studio, because basically he had this car lot, and where he does these sells all these cars, but also all the local for the Washington football team and for the baseball guys and for the Ravens will come and buy cars. But he has a big white room where when they get to get a discount, they just run in there and just like sing the Eastern Motors song. So the guy was like, I gotta, you guys can come use the space anytime. And Abdul-Malik said, let's go. And then that's how we got the video from My Faith, My Voice. I'm gonna jump to it. And
there was the brother Khalid, a good brother Khalid. I can't remember his last name. I remember his name, who filmed it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I remember the young guy. And all right, let's go ahead and do My Faith, My Voice. Bismillah.
And the guy at Eastern Motors was Robert Bessa.
Come on. This is my faith, my voice, my faith, my Don't care what they say. It's my voice, my faith, my voice.
Me and my community, we work hard. Every opportunity to break walls, fighting all the lunacy that they cause. Respect here to you and me, the same God, giving you the right facts. We keep repeating that Islam has been hijacked. We ain't like that. Then some lunatic goes on a rampage, using violence, and I'm outraged. This is senseless, and it's gruesome. Please don't let this be a Muslim. Oh man, we're all vilified. They're saying we're savages, uncivilized. Islam means peace? Nah, that's a front. It's all deceit till they get what they want. Don't trust them, even the nice ones. Wait till the bite comes. Mike Tyson, not fair. The KKK and the Timothy McVeigh's militia brigades, the old crusade, they are all renegades from the faith that you claim. It is them we should blame. I don't blame you, you should refrain too. Believe when we say that it ain't true.
I know what they call us. They'll try to blame all us. But I know how the prophet lived and I know what he taught us. This is my faith, my voice, my faith, my voice. Don't care what they say. It's my voice, my faith, my voice.
Come, you're invited to see the real picture. Nothing hiding, here's a free scripture. We ain't gonna hurt you, try to convert you, just so you know how easily they tricked it. That all us Muslims are those 19 men. Don't build a mosque cause it might be them. It's the same kind of talk of Bin Laden. Get 'em, guilt by association. Mosques being vandalized, cats being stabbed, and not bigots, racists like zombies, they come to life. Stop the hate, y'all, let's join the same team. I love this land, my people, our dream. Go use the same steam for use to stay clean, our earth to stay green. We want the same thing. Instead of burning books, extinguish disease. Help spark the flame to help children in need. You will be your faith, I will be mine. Let's live in peace, ma'as-salam. Peace all the time for all of mankind. That's on my mind, my master plan. Check it. That's my master plan. Yeah, that's my master plan.
I know what they call us. They'll try to blame all us. But I know how the prophet lived and I know what he taught us. This is my faith, my voice, my faith, my voice. Don't.
All right. That was My Faith, My Voice by Native Deen. Oh man, I think a lot of people had a good time with that one. So a lot of people, even you know, good sister Patricia, she's asking, like, how many times did we have to perform that in order to get that take and all that? Do you remember filming that at all? Like, I don't think it was. It turned out not to be that difficult. That was like,
it wasn't
straightforward.
I remember though that when we did it, I was just, you know me, I'm always like the conservative guy. I was like, all right, we're gonna just do it. It's gonna be a straight up. And you guys were like, all right, let's spice it up. We're gonna lift you. We're gonna do the zombie. Like you guys were like, and then I think that's what made the video. When everybody adds a little spice to it. That was cool. Yeah. So I remember that.
Do you remember that, Joshua? Do you remember that aspect of it?
Yeah, I remember that, and that's two things that I was going to say. Is one, Mike Tyson is back in the game. He's working out, and I hope if he sees this video that he knows that we were just playing. I just want to say salam alaikum wa rahmatullah, brother Mike. Everything's good here with Native Deen.
Yeah, but exactly. Don't want to see him at the match, Jay, looking for you. We good.
But two, I think that room is also where he photographed his cars, right? So it wasn't just where people came in. It was primarily a place where he would photograph cars and get a good look with a white background, and then people come in and do the video, and then we had access to come in and do the video. And I think that goes down as the cheapest video that we've done. We got the most bang for our buck with that video, right? It was only a couple of $100, but it went. That's viral. I don't know. It did pretty well.
Yeah, I'd say too on my side for it, like Joshua, Abdul-Malik and Joshua both said. I remember we were just told just show up with like all black, me and Josh show up in all black and just come there and just sing the chorus because that's all we kind of were on in the chorus. But then when we get there, it was like, yo, we can't just be just singing the chorus, just standing in the background. We gotta make this a thing, and it's usually the same thing that we do when we're on stage and we're about to perform. It's just kind of, we go into this huddle, like, we can't just get on stage and just be like, I am not afraid to stand alone. It's gotta have some movement. It's gotta have some action, and it's gotta tell a story, and that, I tell you, that was probably one of the more fun ones too, because it was just very simple, very straightforward. We just visualized the music and then just did it, like the zombies or like how we picked. My favorite is like we picked Abdul-Malik up when he was praying, just like, get that guy out of here. So that was, I remember it was good times with that one, really good times. All right, so I think that's gonna be our last one for today. Let me see. Someone else said, Mustafa said that this was the first song that he saw from Native Deen. So that's awesome. Other people like Omega said the zombie scene was hilarious for them. And it's like someone else says it's like a summary of a lot of things. I think I'll tell you the one thing also about My Faith, My Voice, because I remember too being in Indonesia, and people were singing it because it's like so easy. It's not even like it. A lot of the things that Abdul-Malik alhamdulillah has written, and Josh and all of us are like kind of focused on that call and response of that very easy singable chorus, just my faith, my voice. Young people, old people, people who don't even know the lyrics can just get in on that chorus and sing. And then the top of it is as Muslims, so many times we're misunderstood. As black people in this country, it's oftentimes misunderstood. As just individuals, so many people are just misunderstood. And to be able to say, this is my faith, don't take it by someone else's word. Take it from my faith, my voice, and hear it from me. Learn about the faith from me, not what you're hearing on TV or negative things you've seen. You ran into one Muslim guy and he ran you off the road or something. I don't know what they did, but I think that's why it really resonates with so many people over time. Any closing thoughts? Any please as we close out, guys, and I'm put up some more messages people have.
I'll close out with this: that if they see us live, and you will get to see one last Native Deen tour, where you can come and hear all these songs. So if you hear Native Deen coming to your town, don't miss it, because you probably won't come back anytime soon. You won't hear this whole song because we cut it off when we perform it live. So each verse, each one of Abdul-Malik's verses, we cut it halfway. Just I don't know, those were some long verses, but that's some good lyrics that they don't hear live. So get the song ahead of time.
All right. Anything from you, Abdul-Malik?
No, man, these are good memories. It's funny. We as time progresses, like I haven't seen some of these music videos in years. So it's good reminiscing, and those were good times. Those were really good times. So alhamdulillah, we have to say alhamdulillah for that.
I would just say, and a couple of things that people are saying here, saying that they really appreciated all that we've done, and it's cool that we have this opportunity to talk with you here, especially after having so much an influence as they were growing up. We really appreciate that. I would just say again, we really are thankful for the time that we've been blessed to have, to be able to be a band together, to share, and to have it be received so well. So we want to thank all you guys for checking in each week. Next week, you're going to have Joshua Salam. Joshua Salam, you up next week. Who knows?
Push-ups.
Oh, all right. Push-up challenge. Get ready. But I think the next time we do our together again, we have to stay on the remedy. There's other songs on here like Who's the Greatest One we need to talk about. We need to talk about Ahad. We have to talk about Ahad. We have to. Hungry Ones is on here. We have to talk about these songs. Gaza is on here. We didn't talk about that. My Lord is on here. We didn't talk about that. Our Earth is on here. We didn't talk about that. A lot of great tracks are on that album. If you haven't heard all of them, I saw a bunch of people say Nothing Light is a great one that they like too. We thank you for tuning into this as well. But make sure you check it out on Spotify, on YouTube. Look at all the other work. There's a lot of great stuff out there. All right, everybody. Jazakumullah khair, everyone, for getting on. I'm going to play the message as we go out because that's a lot of good energy on the message. And we hope you had a good time. I had a good time. Joshua, did you have a good time? He had a good time. Abdul-Malik, you had a good time? All right, last time to just say Assalamu alaikum. This is Naeem Muhammad. Oh my God, they forgot. This is Naeem Muhammad, Abdul-Malik Ahmad, but together we are Native Deen. Salam alaikum. Keep the faith.